Okay, so actually checking the goal there, that was the yesterday's goal. Today's goal, that's done. I sent an email with Gmail. Now we have a small goal, which is to we send the template email with Gmail as well, but now we said the add the unsubscribe header to the email. Okay, that's the current goal. Add unsubscribe headers to or headers. It's more than one. Add unsubscribe headers to emails. That's what we're gonna do. So was looking here that to create some unsubscribe header, which are here, I need the doc ID. The doc ID could come from the template data, but is of type unknown, unfortunately. And I want to check, can I say that template data is always string instead of unknown? So it can be just a string or undefined in worst case scenario. And to do that, I have to see this function is called in from 3 or 4 places. Um, well, 3 places here, 2 places here, 2 places here, apparently. No, just one is the import, isn't it? This is just the import. Oh, yeah. So one place here where I do have doc ID. And if I look at a string and a string, a string and a string, a string and a string. Okay. If I go back here and we do the same thing, toggle delete has 3 calls, but one is the import, so 2 calls. And again, template it is strings to string. I think I can, let's check the last use case. Wait, in here, toggle delete, we have two. Did we check both? They are just the same. Yeah, there you go. And then we have delete account, which also has string. So it's true that and we could make this URL and doc ID mandatory. So it's true that it can be generic. So let's say check this template data. Let's do string. Let's see what helps. This is template data. Define here. As I go string instead of string unknown. So when I get my doc ID, just before I call build headers, now if it's present, it's a string. Why is it so sure that it's present? Is it analyzing all the code? Because this could be template data is not there or doc ID is not there. Let's ask something for asking to let's ask something to Claude where I ask in this outside the screen TypeScript TypeScript type. What TypeScript version are we using? A very recent one, or perhaps the most recent stable one. Output check. I'm not sure how to check. Let's go to functions. Is this already functions? Or should we look at the global packages? Oh, here you go. I'm using Typescript 5083. 583. In this Typescript type definition, I want to um, always have a mandatory string property called docID plus, say plus other uh, say random, I don't know if it's right. Alright, it's okay. Random properties of type string. How can I modify the type to achieve that? This type definition to achieve that. Intersection type. Yeah, it must be mandatory. What's the difference? You can swap them? Ah, option one. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with option one. So right, we make it mandatory. Let's see what we break. Aha. Now, if it's mandatory and Docker is mandatory, we cannot have a default value anymore. That makes sense. Let's see what else we broke with this. Well, actually, well, yeah, let's go to check. But I would say the compiler will tell us if anything is broken. But I can also go to manually check to make sure the doc ID is always there correctly. So doc ID looks good here. This template data has the right type. Very nice. Any property, but doc ID is mandatory. Nice. I could also say base URL is mandatory, perhaps because I use it often. But let's leave it like that for now. Now we are focused on doc ID. So close this. Let's see the next usage. The toggle delete usage, where there are two usages. And doc ID is present in both with a generate code. Okay, because there are no already subscriptions, this one. Nice. Transactional emails. But we need to pass the spam filters. What next? There is only one more or two more. Only one more. I'm just thinking. Because interested doubles as to email the um, test applies a tester or waiting list. So that's two templates. Toggle delete as two templates for cancel and the delete, and the actual delete is the fifth template. So we got all of them. Yep. So that's the actual delete, which has a docker ID which generates all right. So that's it. That's the feature done. So this is about having the unsubscribe headers, which hopefully will allow me to pass the spam filter of Yahoo, which were tripping me up. For that, we create a branch called unsubscribe headers. Nice. And that's just one file. Let's commit and push, call unsubscribe headers. We pushed already. Let's create the PR. Let's review the code while it builds. Yeah, it's weird. But there you go. She works. This is good. This is good. Now we have the unsubscribe headers. Neat. Simple. They could be like simplified, just returning the object without the return. But because the returns with braces is confusing for me because braces have two different meaning here. One is the block of code brace, and the other is the map brace. If I return directly the map brace, might be confused to think it's a block of code. I don't know. I prefer like this. And this has a proper object. Okay, let's see the build. So I think to test the actual working of passing the spam filter, we have to send it from live because if we send from localhost links, it can be considered a suspicious email. Okay, that's great. It works. So yes, go ahead and merge it. Delete the branch. And now let's deploy. Git checkout main, git pull. Oh, what it did the PL, which is not git pull. Oops, that's why I was waiting forever. Git pull. Git fetch all. Git del unsubscribe headers. Git branch. We have only main here. I already did the branch. Yep. So we are good. We are good. Let's deploy the backend once more. What's he saying there? Let's deploy the front end as well. We have 0 changes in the front end, don't we? Yeah, it's only a backend change. Why package lock was changed? Hold on. Oh, because this is not the right PR. That was the previous PR. Okay, the last PR, which we just merged, has only one file change, which is this email, yes, which is only in the backend, so we don't need to deploy the front end. Didn't change. Nice. So we didn't do that. We just do the backend. The backend is the one that takes longer, but then we can test the email. Let's get some water while we wait. We can test the email sending. If it does work, the website is in a state where it can be already like, given away, made public. It's already public, but nobody is visiting it because it's not linked from anywhere. Not that, making a tweet about will drive instant traffic. Probably no, probably zero or one or two visitors. I did put the analytics on and I got a couple of random visitors so far, but yeah, not expecting much. But this is such a good experience to learn all of this. Okay, this time it has been a little bit faster than usual. Didn't time anything, it's just the feeling, but the feeling has been faster. Yeah, mail events will have to be deleted after. Nice, nice. Now we are ready to delete that. Yeah, so let's test. The most important thing is, does it work? So let's send a templated email to Yahoo. Nice. That was very fast. And let's go to see if I got the email not in spam. Please, not in spam. Oh, I think it's in spam. Oh, it's still in spam. Okay, let's go to see the source code. Why is it still in spam? I done everything now. Oh, that's bad news. Let's mark it a no spam first. And where did it go? Here. I even have the unsubscribe links. Yeah, so that's let's see if it doesn't show any actual link. Can I copy the link from here? Doesn't look like. If I use the um, developers tool, then to go check that button. Those things are not my fault. It's something from Yahoo. I click on this button and I got an unsubscribe stuff. However, who knows where the button is actually here. Who knows what happens when you click that button? Event listener. Ooh, event list. What? It would be click, right? I don't get it. So the only thing I can do is check the source code of this email. How do I check the source code of this email? Maybe here, view raw message. There you go. And let's read it slowly. SPS pass. Then there is all that thing. me see if there is my headers, list ID. Looks good. This name looks good. Unsubscribe. Looks good. Uh, so I really don't know. So let's copy this, give it to Claude, a new chat, and say this email I sent this email from my website using Gmail SMTP from a Firebase cloud function using Gmail SMTP, and it was marked as spam from by Yahoo, despite providing an unsubscribe link. Unsubscribe headers and sending with my actual email address linked to that Google account. Why was it marked as spam, and how do I get through those filters? Okay. And then we get the email source code here. A bit long. Okay, paste it down. Fine. It's an empty thing. It's okay. Mismatch budget pilot, but the domain is budgetpilot.net. Yeah, that's true, but I can't do anything about it unless I. Okay. Oh no. I am. That is horrible. Because if I need to do that, I need to redo all Gmail code. I can't get around that without using one of those providers. But that means we're doing once more this, another 2, 3 days of work. Oh, oh God. SCS already tried, it denied me. So it remains send read mail gun. Okay. I can't use, don't want to use it. Don't want to use AWS SCS. Um, can you please compare SendGrid, Mailgun, and other services in terms of their free offering limits and also the price of the next tier and their limit and and that the limit of that tier. Um, organize this information in a table, compare at least 4 providers. And we got 2, let's go to 4. Nice. Mhm. We'll have to double check that, but let's have a nice initial. Based on the search results, okay. Um, Based on the search result, there's some conflicting information about the current pricing and free tier. So I did all the work. I always work to make it work with Gmail. I managed to make it work. I overcame all the obstacles, and now I find out I cannot use Gmail. I know that there is another option compared to that, which is, but I think it's more expensive. That is the Google Workspace. At that point, I can still use Google to send emails. It's not that expensive. This well, the cheaper plan is 137 per month. Hold on, what is the 275? Is the next month, isn't it? What does it mean that? So I already have Google One, I think. So what if I close Google One and use this? It will be about the same. Okay, let's start to evaluate those. Because those I even have free plans. But that's not enough. I will have to be at least on this plan with 2 terabytes. So that's more expensive than Google One. Okay, let's start with this. Um, okay, SendGrid, don't know if it has a free plan for small sending. Let's go to check. That's not that hard to find. Okay, so it does not have free plan. So it's not free forever, it's for 60 days. And then you start paying 19.95 a month, then it's better to do the workspace for Google. So basically SendGrid is out. Well, depending on the other ones, yeah. Then here I asked for the table and not even looking at it. Let's have a look at the table. Yeah, no free tier, that's correct. I mean, there is free tier of 60 days, but then the next Mailgun, very nice, but then it's bloody expensive. And Resend as a free tier, so maybe Resend is the best because it's the cheapest next plan price, and there's a good limit of 3,000 a month. This Resend. Well, let's check this Resend. What a pain, man. What a pain. The best way to reach humans instead of spam folders, deliver transaction and marketing email at scale. And we just this rubric cube. Get started documentation. Oh, let's go to pricing first. 0 free forever until they change it. Transaction emails or marketing email. Oh, okay, they have contacts. Then there is under email a day, but it's like, so the 3,000 email a month is not real. It's only if you do 100 email a day. So it's a theoretical limit. Right. When it gets started, okay, you already want me to log in. Hold on, too early. So I hit get started here, same. Okay, slow down, mate. Documentation. No, JS, Express, Laravel, Go, Rust, Rails, Python. What's the Express? Is this like the, why is Express different? Ah, because of the routers. I just show that, but this just show the routers, but this will be the same as Node. Yeah, there is no difference in this, isn't it? Let me, they just say, okay, this is just a function, or you wrap it in a router. Let me double check this, I'm confused. So this is an example of an HTML email which has a resend email send. Okay, that looks like it won't be hard to migrate. I don't know if there's a header support, but it should be. This is one example with, okay, there is an API key there. That shouldn't be there, of course. Um, and then there is the Express example, which I think is exactly the same, but it's just wrapped in a router. There you go. This bit this bit and this bit are exactly the same. Data errors and email send. Okay, right. So it was just no difference. So that's good for the short example, but yeah, even serverless is the same. Really the same. Ah, was it doing a post request? And here is using an API instead, which will do the post request for you. End of the day. With text. So we don't see text, we don't see headers. Where's the full? Okay, it's probably here, API reference. See what I said, there's a lot of language. Learn emails. Oh yeah, the events. It's good to see the API reference for send email. Nice. All right, that's a post, but oh, I should match the actual SDK as well. Subject BCC schedule at reply to HTML text. There you go. Ooh, what happened? Figuring here. Where is the header? React headers object. No specified how. Header. See examples. Content. File name, path, content type. Right. Where is the example? Object. It would be a key value like usual. Yeah. The default maximum rate limit is 2 requests per second. This can be increased for trusted sender by request. After you hit the limit, you'll receive a 4 to 9 response code. I think I can try that. Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't see the chat. See now, what the special thing with your budgeting app? Well, it's about the fact that it's multi-currency. So I have something to keep track of, and also keep track of the bank accounts because I noticed that every time I and cash being one of them, because I noticed that every time I try to only log the expenses, there is always something I forget. And so when you go check your account balance and it's different, instead of getting mad finding like, oh, what expense I forgot to log, I just add, reconciliation, one single expense to bring back, check it maybe once a week to bring it back in on track. If I'm good as I logged everything, that's good. Multi-currency, but that's good. How are you doing, bank? No, I'm not doing any automatic check yet to bank accounts. Also, that would be different for different countries as well. And most probably, I know that there is the open banking API. It's something to think about later, if this have any traction at all. The Open Banking API is an interface that allows third-party developer to access and utilize financial data from banks and other institutions. Can look into that, but only after it's launched. It will be like an additional thing to. And played, let's just check that. I don't know that. Played, but I have to add something. Banking, otherwise I will find financial technology company, bank support. Yeah, I think it's just a middleman, but yeah, maybe it simplifies stuff. Let's see. Thanks for providing this. But now I'm just finishing the website. The website was finished, but I used initially because I have this mail list to say, okay, email me when the app is ready, and this website, okay. Um, and I used AWS SES to send email with a full plan, raining, with a full plan to, unsubscribe, complaints, bounce, and so forth. And it was then denied production access with an unspecified reason. So I decided to just use, because I'm using Firebase Cloud Functions and the Svelte website, I decided to then use Gmail to send emails, and that works. But all the emails go in the spam folder. So now I'm looking into a proper API mail provider. How the app is coming along? Can you minimize? Yeah, I know. I think I'm trying to use this now. Resend. It has a decent free tier. Uh, I evaluated a few quickly APIs. We're gonna see. Um, and I don't need. I'm not spamming anyone. I just say if you subscribe on the website and you want to be updated on when the app is out, you get an email. But you can unsubscribe if you change your mind. Yeah, fancy but good. It can quickly become expensive. Um, yeah, I guess if you get out of a free tier, which is 3,000 email a month, if I get out of that, I would be very happy. I think I will never get out of the free tier. It look 100 a day, yeah, in reality, if it's 3,000 is built by 100 emails a day, and then maximum two every second, something like that, or one. Yeah, there's also another limit like that, but I think it will be more than enough. Because I was the upcoming along previous question there. Yeah, it's functional. I'm using it myself, but then to distribute it to people, I have to look at a few other things, like the Firebase app distribution I was looking into this, which I didn't yet, for sending to testers. Um, yeah, now everything is in AI, but this is not what I was looking for. Hold on. That was an ad. This one. Firebase app distribution, because I try to use the App Store directly, which you can send an internal testing, which I do, nice to do that. I deploy to App Store in internal testing mode, but it's a pain, and you don't really get the updates. So I want to try this if it's more painless to use. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so that's it. So now working on the email stuff. I just starting to look into let's see display that you mentioned. What does it do? Connect the real-time insights into the network to get a financial experience. Okay, that's a bit generic. It's a kind of a mission statement. Maybe use cases lending wealth. gaming products, fraud and risk, personal critical, open finance. Maybe. Ah, no, that's ADX. Let's have DX and no EDX. And then you got pricing. Yeah, okay, to be looking to. Thanks for this. Okay, so what happens if I sign into this? Um, yeah, for the B1. Yeah, no, it's already a challenge. It's already a challenge to bring everything together. And it takes so long. That's why I never finished a project before. Because from doing a proof of concept to doing something that is actually everything works correctly, it takes so long. Okay, connect to resend. So I guess they will show me API key. Let's move this to the side to not show the API key. Add API key. Click there. What happens? Okay. Use the following API key. Oh, that's nice. So it generate an API key, but it doesn't show me. But it allows me to copy. But there is link to show. That's cool because every time, sometime on the stream, there is always the risk to leak API key, and I did it before, so I had to delete the API key and create a new one. Okay, so I copied it, and now it says send an email. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is I still have this test Gmail. We just created a hard-coded email as a first test. Ah, so there is the problem of hold on a second. I create that with the API key, but I can't hard code the API key in the source code. So they don't even tell you, oh, this is just an example. You shouldn't do this. What I do here is I have Google Secret Manager, and in my hold on, I don't know. No, I'm on main with nothing changed. Okay, so let's create a new branch called resend example. Nice. So I have a file called config ts where here for these two functions there is this secrets thing, which is a feature of the on-call, so-called on-call functions for Firebase Cloud Functions. Why is this not opening? Ah, because it's open, but it was on the last line. On call, you can pass a configuration. That configuration can have a secret array where you say what secrets you want to get out of the secret manager and the Google Cloud Secret Manager. And that's really neat because it's like just everything is automatic. So I won't need anymore the G. Oh wow, how did you know that? Yeah, that's fine. That's exactly what I need. But how did they know that? I didn't type any recent. Hold on a second. How did that happen? That's confusing. So I get this recent API key and I need it for both, yeah, but we put it right now, even though I will need it only for the web function right now because I'm not migrating schedule options yet. And then I can do delete Gmail secrets once I migrated all of them. Okay, so the next thing is, you know what? This I don't know if I should do it now, but this mail event function, no, I will do separately. Can be deleted, but I will do separately because I also have to do in schedule. There is process events that is involved in the deletion, and I have to do it carefully. So now we are just focused on sending a test email with resend. Okay, let's do this small thing. So I'm going to go to, let's keep the API key there. Uh, Actually, I copy it and I paste it in an editor for, actually, maybe I paste it right away in one password. So otherwise I paste in an editor and then I leak it by mistake. So let's create a new item, and this like login maybe. No, I don't know if it's this got changes new item. What do you do? Secure node, maybe secure node. Show more. SSH key, bank account, email, API credential. It looks like, and they say resend.com. Let's copy the URL to hostname. Okay, and copy the key to make sure I copy correctly. Yeah, that's good. Save. All right, I saved the API key in one password for later. Now we go to Google. But there is problems because now we'll have to. Okay. So in the first example, if I send from resend, I won't have big problems with the validation because this is a validated email. So we start with that. And then there is all the DNS setup to be done to make it work from a custom domain. You can send email here, but it won't prove anything. So, all right, but to call this resend, we need to do an npm install, isn't it? Okay, let's start to put the secret in the security manager. So that's the security manager. Oh, secret manager. Uh-huh. I can delete the SES API keys and secret because now it's totally migrated out. Maybe here, actions, delete, confirmation by tapping that, delete secrets, number one, and the secrets number two, that one, delete, don't need that anymore. Nice. And step two is to create a new secret. And that secret should be called resend API key. And the value we copy outside the screen because I think it will be shown. Resend credential value Google Manage API key. Create secret. No annotation, nothing needed. Yeah. Okay. So the secret is now created, is enabled, version 1. There you go. Nice. So now I got the secret. I need something to get this config. I need to, oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I need some code to get the secret out. And before I could even think about it, I got the suggestion from the AI. These functions could be easily, why you want to delete a JSON parse? Okay, stay calm. They can be abbreviated to just return the value like that. Oh, doesn't work with the getter. Oh, I don't know. Probably doesn't work with the getter, who knows? So leave it at that. Oh, yeah, done. So we had the resend API key. So now let's close some things that don't need too many files open. Let's put this. Right, just resize. Okay, there you go. This can stay outside. Um, yeah, CFG is good. It's modified. Now I can get the API key safely, securely. Delete some files. Okay, the only one I need now is this test Gmail. So let's close everything else. Close others. And now test Gmail is my function, a previous one. And okay, let's go to get the code. The example code is, yeah, we have the first problem, resend. It doesn't say anything about it, but of course we don't have the module resend. So let's go check npm resend, if I can type resend. Okay. That seems 5 days ago, public 5,000, what? 500,000 weekly download, but if you click on it, because you can slide. I see. Um, that should be it. Let's go back. Aha, there's also a guide that I didn't see before, or maybe I saw, but I didn't read, which includes the install command. So make sure they are in functions correct. Let's do the install command. Nice. So let's follow this guide. Send email using HTML. Okay, this is an example email. Always send from onboarding, resend. Otherwise, they probably fail. Let's see the other example I got here. Was it displayed? Um, was it here? This doesn't even look at the return value. This is a more involved example. So this there's no try catch. Does it mean they catch all the errors, which is nice. Okay, so we can do this. I don't need that. Um, the only thing is index.ts. Yeah, it's so full source. It's just that. Okay, not much. Right. So we're gonna say test export const test resend. on call cfg dot web functions options async request. Um, oh, it's almost. Let's copy this. I'm confused. Yeah. Let's see my example. I was looking like. Okay. So, you're creating a separate mail option object that's a from to. Okay, the problem is that we cannot do anything else for from than the onboarding until we actually validate the domain. So we have to say this. Yeah, with resend from to subject HTML and text. Okay, fine. Uh, if error console data. Resend the API key, then send. Yep. Oh, yeah, it looks good. So I think I can delete this. Oh, that was suggested. Yes, and okay. So I don't have. Oh, no, I have it here. Okay. Receive data. No, I don't send any data. So nice. Function for to locate that for HTML API key send log. Okay. The test Gmail will go. Sadly, I thought I had the solution. Um, right. So we don't need non-mailer. Well, now we still need, but in the future we won't need non-mailer anymore. So I think I can add a ticket. So when the migration is finished, we'll have to say uh, delete node mailer. So create tickets after tickets. Nice. We can delete node mailer from here. We can delete HTTPS error from here. So this function does not. So, but it's just an example. And it says, oh, you don't need a request because we are not using. Fair enough. We still can read the API key. Nice. So, just test Gmail will be renamed to test resend. Right. Update the import. Yes, the import is right here. Let's double check. Yeah, we also have to update this one. Correct. To test resend. And now let's check again. We are sending from onboarding resend because it's the only validated. We are sending to my Yahoo email that was a little bit more tricky to reach. And now we are gonna do serve, npm run serve. Correct. And once it's started, we can try to run test resend in the shell. So let's do this. We're reading functions here. npm run shell. Nice. And now we just do test resend and call it. And we got an error. By the request. Unable to process. Error sending request. Ah, so the request didn't send to my test recent function. Is that mentioned here? So it's not it's not an error of the resend API, just didn't even reach my function. My test send function is here on port 5001. So let's copy this URL for reference and paste it here. And now let's see the error message. It says it's gonna, oh, it goes on port 5002. Why is that? With a slash in the end, and the other one did not have slash, probably doesn't matter. What matters is the port. Okay. So you know what? I try to do this in another way. So let's kill the backend, and let's go uh, go out of this as well. Control D, yeah. Now, if I start the shell without a backend, it should start the backend. It probably will start on port 5002. There you go, starting. I don't know what is 8340, but okay, I don't know what's doing it. But let's try. Test, resend. This time it worked. No, it didn't. It goes on 5001. Are you kidding me? Okay, so let's try to run server. They should run on port 5001. Ah, it's not starting because it's taken. Yep. That's weird. Ah, okay. So no, actually, this is now. Ah, that's correct. It's just saying request body missing data. It was the same error we got before. Not 404, but 400. Can we check? I know why. I just need to pass the data thing. Not the invite request. Ah, yeah, it was the same. I just misunderstood, I think. But I don't know why the profile changes. Anyway, the only thing to do is then to pass a data object, which can be empty. Like this, I think. Nice. This time it worked. Email sent. All right, let's go to check my email. If it goes to the spam folder, I will be very disappointed because I don't see it. I don't see in the spam folder. I clearly get a 200. My email is correct. Nothing. That's not a good start. Not this spam, not the inbox, not in all. This one is fine because I'm testing from localhost. That's bad. Oh, I know. Yeah, I got the welcome from resend, but that's not what I was looking for. Doesn't work. And it's not even a spam folder, so we go backwards, not forward. Very bad. Am I getting a very bad reputation by sending these test emails? So now Yahoo just cuts me off. Ah. Is there a way to check this sent email and resend? I just received 200 with no ID for the email. I just sent one email, so let's see if there is any. You haven't sent an email yet? Nope, that is not true. I just sent one. I just received that one. Okay. Who's typing? Who's outputting response received from function? Uh, is the framework itself, yeah? So that's just so we don't actually know. Hold on, I kind of somehow lost this console const. What was that? Two things. ID, comma, error. I forgot what is. So no, let's check. Maybe it didn't send. That's why I never receive it. Let's see. Where was this example? The first email. Um, Here. Okay, this didn't work, but there is another one. You can also unsubscribe. Oh, it's on mine. I can so we'll have to change it. No, not really change it. Docs, Node.js quick start. Okay. Yeah, this one. Data error. What's he complaining about? It's not resent email send. Emails send. Okay. Okay, let's see if the outputs error maybe and for some reason. And what the error is. Okay. So let's try to run it. We're gonna close functions. We open only oh no. Run the shell again so it builds new version. Test. We send. I see we'll say error then, yeah. Oh yeah, same problem. Data. Anything. Normally it's an object. You can only send emails to your own email address. To send the email to the recipient is send that's why. Fair enough. not sending, not testing much with that, but then can do. So that wasn't said. Ah, yeah, well, they used to leave it. But yeah, that's really insufficient because then you got documentation, the quick start. Anyway, so the API key seems to work. So now that I send it to myself, let's try once more. And then we have the goal reached. It was so by the way, add unsubscribe header to email was the previous goal, which has been reached, but unfortunately we'll have to redo everything from scratch. Now my goal is send test email or send test email with resend test email with resend, and I'm almost there. Obviously, it's never as simple as they make it to be because they didn't tell you details that are essential. But now we can run it again. I need to put the data object inside. And that worked. And let's see. Yep. So the email was sent. I got some kind of confirmation ID. I got the email in Gmail too. Let's put it. I can only send to my Gmail address. And that's it. The email in all its glory. Ah, okay. Okay, that's a start. So because this is completed now. This is the goal of this little goal of recent example. The next step will be, as Zeno said, to add your domain. Yeah, there will be some DNS setup and stuff to do. Complex stuff. But let's start to. Ooh, there was much more changes than I expected. Let's start to review these changes. Git commit and push, and the commit message being resend. Oh, what was said? I said something like same as they are in the goal. Send test email with resend. That works. Send test email with resend. And then I already quite a bit because we have the API key. The API key is there. It's an onboarding key, so most likely we'll have to change it for the domain key. But it's a very good progress. So let's review these changes. To review these changes, create a PR. Okay, while we wait for the build, can have a look. So we added resend. We don't need node mailer anymore, but for the moment we do need it. Oh, we can remove the AWS SDK, that's for sure. And we added the credentials. We can remove Gmail. And there is package.json, but the main change is this, the test resend. Okay, doesn't recognize as being a change of that file because it's basically completely different. So that's, and also rename the file. So that's fair enough. We didn't try headers yet, but we tried text and HTML version. We can only send to my own address, but it's a very good initial test. Nice. So let's merge it. Oh, no, 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 we cannot. Okay, let's see what the failure is. Just some formatting. Oh no, okay, just a little bit. String should use single quotes, have some double quote I copy along. Uh, it's not this one, right? It can't be. Are you kidding me? npm run format. Let's try that. Any change? Nope. So why is he complaining with strings must use single quote? Line 8. Because that's not a string, it's inside the interpolating stuff. Okay, I don't need interpolating. That's because you don't need interpolating, that's what he's saying. Okay. He's not complaining about the double quote there, he's complaining about the uh overuse of the interpolating string with no interpolation because I had it before. Okay, fair enough. This should fix it. This should fix it. So that means another build. And while we wait for that, okay, I can go check out main because soon we can merge. What I want to check is the package JSON. Aha, yes, we can remove the AWS SDK. And in the future, node mailer. Why do we send this? Why do we send this not there? Ah, yeah, it's not there because I switched to main. That makes sense. So let's wait for the build so we can soon merge. Yeah, that went fine. Let's wait for the green tick. Okay. We already reviewed, so let's go for the merge. Nice. Git pull. Now we should happen to resend. There you go. Git fetch all. Git delete resend example. Great. What not to love about it? We can straight away delete the AWS SDK. No, no, mailer, not yet. npm run install. Wait, npm install. So hold on. EM. Should I be inside the subfolder to do npm install, or would it work from here? Let's check. I think it will work from here because I have only a package lock. So if that worked, we can do the diff, and we have changes in the package lock, which is like correct. Git status. There you go. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. So we remove the AWS SDK. Since we are at it, let's work on this small ticket. Check functionality. No, so yeah, everything works before. Yeah. So now we are working on send estimate we resend. We just did it. Yeah. So we don't need a task. Already done. Delete non-mailer, not yet. Reintroduce subscribe and subscriber headers. We actually done it. Remove cigarette manager code cigarettes. We actually cannot do that because we are using it. I thought we didn't need it, but we do. Um, delete mail event function and Firebase collection. That we can do. So let's do this cleanup. The mail event where the events received from SES about any email sent, bounces, spam report, and so on. But we're not using SES anymore, so we'll have to do something similar for resend, I suppose, but it will be a totally new development. So basically that means go to the start from here, index TS, delete the mail event function, done. Delete the mail event thing. They were just receiving an event from SES and then saving it to um, this mail event DAO, which goes to Firestore. So that means we can delete the DAO to leave it there. So we start to delete main event, which is the entry point. The DAO is also used by the schedule, so we have to delete that too. So the function is gone. We're not saving any events anymore from SES. Then from the DAO, I can start to see this one, find event holder, is used by process events, which now process bounce and complaint, process bounce event, process complaint event, and delete all event. We don't need anything of that anymore. So this process event is called by the schedule function. There you go. So the schedule function now, hold on. Yeah, schedule function now needs to delete accounts, but not anymore to process events. So we can delete that. Ah, what a pain. It took time to write all this code. So now in process event, we can get rid of the whole file. And main event star, we can delete of the whole file. What a pain. Nice. So this should be self-contained change. Now schedule just does the deletion of the account, does not process events. The event function is deleted from here. We deleted the AWS SDK. We still need node mailer temporarily. Then when the migration is completed, we can delete it. And we are good. And the email is just using Gmail, not mailer, not SCS. Delete account is still relevant. Nice. So that should be the change. So this change, okay. Then if we want, there is also this mail event collection that is not needed anymore. We can also clean up the database. If we didn't receive events in the last 3 days, already deleted actually. No, I still have. Okay. That. We got only 2 events in there. Yeah, because it was sent recently, right? There would be a date somewhere. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. That's why it's not deleted yet. And this one is also 2 days ago. But we are deleting, or it's not deployed yet, but we are deleting the schedule delete function that will execute next time tomorrow. So it will deploy before that. So let's delete the collection by hand. Mail events gone. Nice. So we just have deleting, which are the users that we are about to delete. Okay, this is the test user. We got the email templates. We got those that subscribe to the interested various newsletters, cioè two. test and tester, and the other one, we have the actual users. Okay, all is clean. So this ticket I'm working on is yeah, delete main event functions, Firebase collection, clear. Let's say processing in general is more than just a function. We found out. Okay, so we can call a new branch git checkout -b delete mail events, git commit and push, and we say delete mail event AWS SES, AWS SES mail event support. Yeah, because we are migrating away from that. Create a little PR for that, not mixed with other stuff. This is just a deletion PR. And there we have it. We remove 1,600 lines of code, mostly in the package log, yeah, for sure. So we deleted SDK, we deleted the whole mail event style, we deleted the mail event function handler, we removed process events from schedule, we delete the function handler called there, declaration. We don't have any more process events and package log. That's where the bulk of the line was deleted. Nice. So just wait for the build, few seconds, and then merge, and we got some progress. Unfortunately, this is progress of doing and doing. What a pain. What a pain, mate. Send test email, resend the goal. The goal is achieved. We need a new goal, which is probably enroll the domain with the resend. Oh, I merged a little bit too quick. I, I also thought it was done. Let's hope it works, otherwise it will. Ah, no, 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 that's fine. This is the second trigger on the main. Yeah, I merged. Okay. Okay, so we go to main, pull, fetch all. Now we can delete the branch, delete mail events. We just have main. This is the main build, and it should work. Let's wait for that. But I'm very confident because yeah, no problem. Yeah. Nice. So now let's go to see our plan. We just did that. Um, now, yeah, we have that. This is kind of goes hand in hand. What's that? Well, it's a very specific warning. Is it still there? I think that's old stuff. Was this in the build? Oh, it was here. No, no. In web. In web. I think this is not an issue anymore. Go. Yeah, there is this little thing. Maybe we want to do that. So there is a little improvement, and we can ask the AI to do it for us. Should be simple. So I have the script that uploads the template, upload templates to Firestore. Uh-huh. So let's ask Claude, so we don't use Gemini requests. How do I do a new chat? New chat. No, man, no. Yeah, thanks. So I have to do shift enter, no enter. Okay. And now, let's delete everything. I cannot add space. This looks like a bug. Okay, just add some lines beforehand. So I have this script to upload templates from local folder into Firestore. This Typescript script into Firestore. Um, at the moment, it hard-coded, a list of template deals. However, that list would be better if it's how to say, derived from the folders present there. They are present in a SRC template, right? In the template directory. Can you write a new function to get the list of folders in a specified? Maybe I didn't need to show the code, but maybe give some context. Templates path, which is accepted as a parameter. Answer with just the new function code and not any of this code. Right. Do not be overwhelmed. We just want a simple function. Okay, that's a very good answer. Ooh, no comment too. I like it. Ooh, I like when you tell just answer this and answer just this. Nice. So let's try it. So basically we have to go to here. No, so first we have to upload template, read the folder list. Okay, that seems like a good simple change. We go here. We don't want to encode those. We want a little, this is global code. Yeah? We want a little function here. Ooh, that's not TypeScript. Mm, that's fine. Let's keep it just JavaScript here. Why is he complaining about template path? So you just tell me I cannot do annotations, and now you complain that it's generic? Aye. Yep, that should be it. Sask what's called SWE1. It would be enough to say column string, but this is not a string. That's not a TypeScript file. Yeah, it's a TypeScript error. Yeah, it's the type annotation. Yeah, that wouldn't work. We get the next error. Yep. We are working with an MJS file, which is JavaScript module on a TypeScript file. That's why we are getting the error. That's my fix by using JSON type annotation. Ah, okay. Oh, maybe so. Okay, okay. The only thing is, it's okay for this file. It's so small. But is there a way to make this file TypeScript, a TypeScript file as well? Maybe by changing the extension. Let me convert this file to TypeScript. First, I check the project to understand the TypeScript setup. Yeah, also this little AI is not that bad. SWE1 free as well. Free limited time, but it's already quite more than a month I'm using. Rename the file from MJS to TS. Update the importer. A plan for the conversion. Let's see if I doesn't break stuff. I would like to commit the present state. Check out FMB. Don't do changes, please. Check out FMB upload template. Commit and push. I have to commit quickly. Yeah, I think I have time. Okay. Because I don't know if it will mess up, so I want to be able to revert. Okay, so you're renaming the MJS file to TS TypeScript. Let's see. I'm afraid it will not work as a script, but let's see. Update the plan to reflect renaming the next step from the TypeScript conversion. So there is something, okay, this file is gone. No, it's called TS. This file is called in the package JSON. Yes. Yeah. I don't touch anything while the AI is doing changes. Update the file with proper TypeScript styles. Okay, types. Fine. Tokens. Okay, so we'll see what is done. This one seems. Oh, I added all the types, so it looks like I added an import that is not needed. This one, don't know where I got that. All right, so let's just delete it on our own. Yeah, let's see if it works. So I go here, I change this to TS, and so it can do npm run upload templates. If it doesn't work, we revert. It doesn't work. No, no, maybe I made a mistake. I'm not in the right folder. Hold on. To the functions, try again. Seems to work. Okay, that's good. So we have a TypeScript little module now. Little script instead of JavaScript. So let's have a quick look. And it works. And is instead of hard coding the list of folders, now there is this get templates here that actually gets the list of templates directory from here. From here, templates. Okay. And it seems to work because he just ran it and he got that canceled, deleted, managed subscription, tester list, waiting list. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So let's commit this. And create an ISPR. If it's not there, let's see. Templates to Firestore now. Listing template deals dynamically. Okay. Yeah, can't do the diff. Yes, too much change, too many changes. So he gets the three parts of the template, which is subject, HTML, and text handlebar templates, makes a single document and uploads it to Firestore so that the key is the template name and the content of those three keys. Okay, nice. So the build should be in progress. And I expect it to work, but I'll never know until it actually finishes, which is in a few seconds. Okay, test, yeah, no problem. I have very few tests and I'm testing this script. Nice. So we can merge. Squash and merge, remove these comments. Squash and merge. Delete branch. Now, git checkout main, git pull, git fetch all, git del upload templates. Nice. So we're back on main. Going back to the plan. Yeah, we got this small thing that made sense to do rather than postpone. And now I was trying to, I sent the test email with the resend. Now it's time to clean up the DNS rig from SCS and set, it kind of goes together, set up a resend to send emails from a custom domain. So for that, I have to go to Cloudflare where I have the DNS, if I can spell. Okay. And here there is a lot of rubbish. What does it say here? Can't read the whole thing. Okay, this is a Cloudflare stuff. Okay, let's start from the beginning slowly. Um, okay, this is the website. It goes on a IP address. I didn't know that. Okay, so then we have three C names. Those are from Amazon. So we have to delete them because I'm migrating out of Amazon. One, Amazon, delete. This is the last one, Amazon, delete. What else? This says Cloudflare, so it has to stay. SCS, delete. Amazon SCS. Google site verification can stay. This is SPF1. Ah, we can remove, change it to include, to remove the Amazon SCS. And then we got here, what is this? No, this is something from Firebase. And we got these keys, I'm not sure. It's probably from Amazon, but I'm not totally sure. This is SCS, so it's clearly from Amazon. Delete. Nice. Well, clean up as much as possible, done. So now the next step is to look how to configure this resend. I got this resend. I got this welcome email. I've done already the first step, send your first email. Now add your domain is the second step. Okay, maybe it's guided from here. Add domain and region. So let's go North Virginia, and the reason why is because the Google data center I'm sending from is in Ohio. So that's the only one in the States. Name, what is name? The domain name? Use separate subdomains to preserve domain reputation. Uh, oh, I didn't. Mm. So I was not ready to have, not didn't plan that. So I have some transactional emails. but I also have the updates email. Let's just call it all the email, including transactional for now updates. Budget pilot.net. What's in advanced option? Custom return path. Choose a subdomain for the return path address. Used for SPF. Demarc align and handling bounced email. Defaults to send. Send your domain. Avoid values that could be undermine credibility. Example testing, as they may be exposed to recipient. Why return path is not called return, it's called send, because someone sends the return path. Let's keep the default because then the documentation will mention with that name. So hold on, this fancy interface, how do you go next? Ah, you have to click add domain, I think. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Recognize that I am using Cloudflare. And maybe that's the stop for me. That is cool. Because those setups are time consuming. Okay. Let's see how this setup is. We go send updates. It's still on Amazon, by the way. And then you got that. So I just remove Amazon support and I was still using SES, but indirectly. And I got denied from SES. Oh my God. Will this be a problem? Click on authorize. So looking at DNS record from your domain provider, it may take a few minutes or hours, depending on the DNS provider propagation time. God. Okay. But then there is again here, sign in to the Cloudflare to authorize the DNS changes. So here it looks like I already authorized and it's doing something. But here it says sign in again. So what should I do? Okay, just wait apparently. All DNS records are verified. But why does it say sign in to Cloudflare again? That's confusing. Oh, send is a subdomain of updates. So let's check on Cloudflare what happened. Reload. Yeah, that's a new record. Send updates. There are two of them, one MX and one TXT. Yeah, there you go. And then we got resend domain key that I just saw that one. Yeah. And then we got a DMARC record. It's just as simple as that. So it changed my DMARC record was a little bit more no, it didn't. Look at that. It didn't change it. Oh, okay. So what's next? What's restart? API. So I have domain is updates budget.net. That's the from I can use. But then I have to add an email on top, like no reply. Ah, in the logs, yeah, I sent my test email before. API key, I have this onboarding API key. Do I have to create a new API key for the domain? It looks like I do. I'm not sure what's full access and domain access, but I think one allows to check this what happened with the email, like schedule email, send test, custom head, idempotency key, item idempotency key, email bounces, email templates. Oh, and now I already implemented my own templates. Um, API reference. Okay. Send email, update email, cancel email, create domain, verify domain. We kind of done this with the interface, I suppose. Create API key, create contact, create audience. So will the API key I already created work? Why did it ask me to sign in? I'm already signed in. Yeah, it just goes to the control panel. Okay, so I have the domain. How do I go from there? Can I go there? I have my send test email. Let's find it. Send test resend. There you go. So I had to put. Is it? It's just that. So I need to say no reply. I can do that, and I can send to anyone instead of just myself. So I can send to Yahoo. Let's try that. If I can type. This was not allowed before. Okay, so I have everything hard coded just for the test. So now I can run the Firebase emulator shell. Okay, starting. And I can call test resend, passing the mandatory data parameter, which I don't need, so I have to put it empty and see what happens. Okay, verification missing as expected for local call. Yeah, it looks like email sent. So that's it. I've done it. So I can migrate. I got the email. Let's have a see. Have a look. Is this in the spam folder? No, it's not. Okay, not fancy, but it's just a test. Nice. Woo. I can go on migrating then. Uh, the actual email. Okay, you know what? Let's close the emulator first. Let's create a branch. So this is like migrate or resend migration. Nice. So I got an example here. Yeah, we'll have to add the headers. Right, nice. All right, so lowercase, uppercase, oops. Yeah, if I put it lowercase, it's an error. No, it's not. Oh, that's confusing. Because this option, mail option, doesn't have a type. It would be nice to have a type. This is called payload create email options. Let's try to put a type here. Oops, what did I do? Oh God. Create email options. Nice. So now if I put the H uppercase, that's an error. Okay, good. It's lowercase. Okay. Okay. So let's go to find my email TS. Oh, that's nice because now here, the only thing I have to change is this send Gmail. All the rest can stay the same because it's just building the. Ah, no, 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 that's not true. Because this is creating stuff for NodeMailer. Okay, so let's do this. I changed the simplest function, which is the send contact email that does not use template as a first migration. So let's create alongside send with resend async. Let's see what the input is, the output is, we'll figure out. Okay, so the send with resend we'll have to accept these email options unless I want to make it. So this is the problem I had. Unless I want to make this generic, so I create my own interface. So the next time I have to migrate provider, it's a little bit easier. I'm wondering if I can use this send template request and expand uh, to add everything else that is needed. Actually, it's already all here in theory. Because it's fetching the template. So there should be another one is already expanded that has those fields. So let's say if we have a new interface called send email request, which instead of that has the old thing. So let's say to string, subject string, text string, XML headers. The from is kind of fixed here for me, so maybe I don't need to pass it. Hold on, these headers are headers from where? From NodeMailer. That's bad. We need to keep this generic because I want to delete NodeMailer. So let's say just a record string. Okay, so that's generic. So I want to create a generic function to send with resend, which will accept as a request, which is a send email request, which will then build an actual. That's nice. Also, I got strings thing. We'll build an actual send request. So basically, this. So we need a couple of imports. I need a quick break. Okay, let's resume on this resend migration. So if I only have to get all these events back, it seems pretty simple, right? Uh, and let's start simple. We can always complicate it later. Ooh, right, because two is not set. So yeah, let's start with this. So that can stay hard coded. This is not a library, it's just for this website. So let's make it as simple as possible. The two is request two. The subject is request subject. The text is request text. We could even spread it. Yes, Marshmallow. Okay, my dog going out. Where is it? Yeah, okay, okay. Let's try to finish this. So this is just the mechanics. I think everything is same. So I just have a two, so you can just spread it. Nice. So now we got the API key. Email sent to request to. Done. So the console error should be a log. Logger, what is logger? Error. And this data we saw an output before. Has just an ID in it. Can we just fetch it? Or we just show the whole thing to be resilient? Oh wait, why is shown like this data? That's weird. That was my mistake. Data, it's not typed. I can be now. Yeah, that's an ID, but it can be now. But if it's not an error, then it should be there. Anyway, to be safe, we can put, we can make this interpolating. Yes, and then we can put the ID here. And do we need this at all? Because it looks like we don't. Nice. So we have now already something that to send an email we resend, they also accept the headers, which is like equivalent complexity to the Google one. But now we can use our custom domain. When we Google, we cannot. Not without a workspace subscription or other stuff. So that is nice. Now let's get the simplest email, which is a contact email. And we don't do anymore a send with Gmail, but we do a send with resend, but we cannot pass the mail option as such. Or maybe we can, because they look like there's no headers here, yeah. Maybe we can. We just have to declare them as a send mail request and hope they are the same format. Ah, nice. So I'm specifying a form. I'm playing with the form actually, but I don't really need it. I generate the subject that, so you can delete the form. So now it's complaining that I don't have a headers, right? And the headers are kind of mandatory. HTML and head. Uh, okay, I think HTML is optional. So let's make it optional. The question mark, is it here or is it here? It's here, yeah. And the headers can be optional too. So now we have the contact form. Sending an email we resend. That's it. It was so simple. I thought I would lose a couple of days on this. So we still need to send email with Gmail for the other things, forms, but let's test this. So now I got Resend migration. Yeah, the step one. So in the step one, let's do a commit and we say send contact emails with resend. That's step one. Create a PR. Let's have a look. Okay, build in progress. Changes should be pretty sweet, simple. Then we can delete the node mailer. We got a ticket for that. I clean DNS record from SCS settings. We've done it. Set up, send email to from custom domains. We've done it. Delete node mailer coming up. Let's put it on top. And we have done recent migration. It's in progress. So we've done half of it. Nice. So checking here. Okay, let's set still the test resend. We played a little bit. We can delete the test resend just after. Maybe not in this PR. And this we have the new interface, send email request, and then we have send template email. So basically one function will just convert from here to here and then send. We can make a separate function that does this conversion. And then send template email with Gmail. And the other one is probably still called send contact email with Gmail, but is now sending me resend. So I think rather than say every time changing, now this is generic. It doesn't really matter. Well, it's not really generic because this is our code here, but changing to a new thing will be now just writing a new function here. So it's not super. Okay, let me close the door. Dog is back. So it's not like pattern or things. We don't need anything complex. But it's easy to change. So we better rename this to just say, where's the rename? To F2, yeah. Let's just try with the keyboard. F2. Yeah, there you go. Send contact email. Okay, that's it. And the other one is not generic yet because it should be called with node mailer in reality because it's creating everything for node mailer. But we make it generic for node mailer too. We create our own interfaces. I think it's the best thing, and we get rid of node mailer too. Nice. Let's commit that. I think this is self-contained change. It was just the method rename. Going on. The send with resend is super simple. Now, no retry, nothing fancy here. But we just gotta start simple first. We need to move on. Um, Now, let's wait for the build. About 1 minute. We don't need this. So, oh, my original API key works, so it's okay. Let's keep it simple. DNS setup done. Can't close so many tabs. secret manager still needs the Gmail credential. We can remove it soon. Remove Gmail creds. New ticket. We are coming there. Lots of little things to remember. Nice. Build work. Let's merge it. So we migrated the contact form to use resend instead of Gmail. Nice. So let's the only change on this PR are on the backend. Correct. So we can deploy only the backend. So first, let's git checkout main, git fetch all, git pull, and even delete the branch resend migration, and we don't need anymore. And then deploy. And this takes a little while, but I would like to test this contact form online and not locally, live, but not locally because of maybe difference with the spam thing detection. That's such a pain. Before going on implementing the second part, which is the template part. Template part it should be pretty easy as well. Now, what we can do is start to move the node mailer so we get some errors. These two for node mailers. We get some errors, so it'll be easier to see how to migrate. We keep handlebar. So because if I implement the recent templates, then it's another dependency from some external service. It's better to use our handlebars. Right, so the only thing I want to do is this is building the full email, just as we are doing. So instead of send email options, I hope that I'm not messing up with the deployment. We deleted the. Yes, I would like to delete the new functions that we deleted. I hope this is already built. So it's built before. So now it's deploying what already built. So we can change the source code freely. I think that's the case. So wait, this tester sender will have to be deleted too, but not now. So here, send template email with Gmail, which is not with Gmail anymore soon. We deleted all node mailer stuff, so we should have some errors. There you go. Instead of the send email options, we have the send email request I just created, which is basically compatible. It just doesn't have a from. Send email request. Yeah, somehow I copied the. Oh, I messed up. Let's type it. I don't know why I copied. Send email request. Nice. So it just doesn't have a from. We keep our from constant. And email. Okay. Capitalization. And headers just have instead of being headers, just a simple record string. And that will just work. It's done. It's done. No, hold on. Oh yeah, this send Gmail. Yeah. This send Gmail, we don't need it anymore. So just comment out for now. And we did it just soon after. And now instead of saying send Gmail, we just do send with resend. and it's done. So I can get rid of send Gmail. This is the only place where I use this credential. So next we can get rid of the credentials. And I'm ready to resend. I can't believe it. Let's check the deployment. Deployment is done. So let's check the contact email, see if that works before doing the other part. So the contact email is here in the contact form. My email. This is a test message. Please work. Okay, that worked. Let's check got the email. Yep, I got it. Nice. So the PR failed? No, it worked. So I got, alright, so imagine, oh, okay. So here we got the new changes, the recent migration completed. So if we want to really complete this recent migration, we can delete test resend. And we can also remove the Gmail credentials, which is in two parts. The first one in the configuration, right? Here is where we get them out of the secret manager. We just need the resend API key now. Okay. And then we don't need anymore to define the Gmail secret. There was also a to do. We don't need a to do. We can remove that and that. And then we can remove the secret from the secret manager, but only after deployment. That was the best, easiest migration I've ever done, man. So painless. AWS SES, such a pain, man, such a pain. This, I just need to send 3 emails, man. Why make it so complicated? So let's go and create a branch. We send migration completed, at least not without all the checks. Check out, I need to specify FMB to create a branch. Nice. Then git commit and push. Resend migration completed. Hopefully they don't remove the free tier soon, anytime soon. Otherwise I'm screwed. But to be fair, the migrate. Ooh. Ah. I got a problem, a small problem, because I have this small problem where I'm sending to myself using this mail user that was coming from secret manager because there was a user and password and that was my email address. Well, I guess we can just add a new getter. I don't like to call it Gmail user. It doesn't really matter if it's Gmail or not. It's just the owner email, the site owner email. Yeah. Let's call it owner email. And I will put just No, we can hard code it because it doesn't matter. I can either put my uh, info at budget.net or my Gmail. Let's try that first. So now, yep, on an email. That should fix the issue. Nice. So let's see now, make a new commit. That build would have um, not worked. Okay, now we didn't do the build because we didn't create a PR. Let's create a PR. This build could work then because we already fixed the little issue. Interesting. There is end migration removing 58 line of code. Ah, no, it's because just 26 of them are from the test function. But also the rest simplified quite a bit. But that's because I removed the the Gmail credential. You just need one of them. I removed that. I removed Node Mailer. Ah, yes. We don't need Node Mailer anymore. We can do in this PR because now we don't depend on Node Mailer anymore. So let's check that. Let's check if it's true. So here, Node Mailer go away. So now we can do npm. Oh yes, okay, the good catch. Also the types we don't need. We can do an npm. Oh, okay, and the build failed. Npm install. The build failed. Let's see why. Or maybe it's the old message. No, no, no. It should be this one. Build failed. Oh yes. I just had to remove the handler. Remove the function. No, not a problem. Not a problem. So index. Nice. Just to remove that one. Good. Critical severity vulnerability. I removed one package. It's probably new. Ah. Let's see 1 second first. So not mailer. Let's change. Make the change. And see you. Can we update something? Yes, but it's probably not the critical vulnerability. npm install, npm audit. How can I do? Okay, hold on. We have okay. We can do fix because I can always revert if anything bad happens. I'm fully committed. Change one package. Oh, what did you change? Node modules form data. So it's like a transitive dependency. Um, npm install ncu-u. Nice. npm install. So we also address the vulnerability. I'm missing something. Delete node mailer. Yeah, we've done that. Emoji mail credential. We've done 50%. We also need to delete from the web, from the secret manager. Delete test resend done. Recent migration is kind of in progress. So we are doing some updates of packages. So let's also do here. Nice. And COFNU. npm install. Shared and COFNU. Yeah, same changes. npm install. Um, yep, correct. And web and COFNU. Ooh, Firebase 12 is quite a big one. Okay, let's not change all of any of this. We'll test this separately. Yeah. Also Svelte, check this separately. Okay. So now we should be working. Let's do one more commit. We don't have node mailer anymore. Our PR should be different. Should have quite a bit of things removed. Okay, not as many as I thought. Node mailer is gone. Tester send is gone. Gmail credentials are gone. We have this new getter for getting the owner email. It's fine. So we don't have to, we have only one point to change. We don't need to be a standard parameter. It's not expanded to change easily. Yesterday I wanted to ask this stupid question to Gemini. I couldn't because I I exhausted my quota. I think yeah, Firestore was the better choice, but I just wanted to compare it with the use of Firebase storage. And now I did the quota back, so I can ask the question for free. Please don't do any changes. Both are excellent choices, and there is no single. Firestore, what we did, this is a very fast and efficient. You patch a single document, get subject. Yeah, no, that's super great. Text and HTML are only one read operation. It's great for treating your templates as structured data. Yeah, it's fantastic. Cloud storage, the mental model is simple, just a folder. It might require to download three separate files unless you make a JSON with those. Resulting in three separate network requests instead of Firestore is arguably slightly better. Yeah, the approach we took is solid. Yeah, and I wanted to double check that. So let's go on with this. Wait, I thought I didn't change that. Why did it change that? Ooh. All right, we go for it now. Oh, because I did hyphen u, yeah. Uh, let's go for it. npm install. This will be a big change. You can see us from the download. So this will fail because I didn't do npm install, and this will recognize that. I expect a failure. Yep, because it's not in sync. exactly. So now that it's not in sync, but now it should be in sync. We just have to commit this. And we got one more build. But it means we change the front end too. And this change is actually the change that completes the recent migration. So where it all happening here. Oh, did I forget something? Which is to rename the function with Gmail. Yeah, I forgot that. So let's go to email. Here it says send template email with Gmail is using resend, but everything up to this line is totally generic. It's my classes and my interfaces. So let's rename this to just, let's use the F2. Let's get used to that. Send template email. Nice. So this is a refactoring. I change all the classes are sending emails. Fine. That I forgot. So in one more build. Okay, looks good to me. Apart, I wanted to do the Firebase update in a separate branch, but only the brave. And if it doesn't work, we can always revert. So this is expected to work because the last commit has been just a rename. The previous build just worked. So I don't see how this can fail. Nice. Time to merge. Let's go test. So git checkout main first, git pull, git fetch all, git delete resend migration. Nice. Let's go to the web folder, deploy the front end, and deploy the backend. Go to the functions folder, deploy the backend. The front end, super quick. The backend will delete a function now, yeah? So we'll stop and ask, I think. Here you go. Would you like to proceed with the deletion? It's deleting test, resend. If you are renaming a function, okay. I want to delete it. It was just a test. We've done the test. It's good. We don't need it anymore. Okay. So we go on with the update of the other functions. And it's done. I think, oh man, I don't want to spend too much time on this email. It was meant to something to quick fire an email for an update. And it became a tragedy going from SCS to Gmail and to finally resend. Now we can do the test, the final test to send to Yahoo with which I had the most problems and see if that works. Hopefully I didn't get a bad reputation by sending the test before they went in the spam folder. But this is a bit different because now we have a domain set up. Which correspond to the same domain of the links, which apparently is something that they look into to make sure that the email is reputable. Reputable, how to pronounce? So while we wait for that, my Gemini usage yesterday was 100% because of not of the requests, which went to 91%, but because of the tokens. I asked one question now, but it had a big context in 10% of the context. So one question, no, that's per minute, doesn't really matter. The per minute we can ignore. Okay, the per day, the input token count was really small. Well, it was in line because we used a little bit more tokens than for one request. That was a very simple request. So I think what I want to do is a good way to clean the context. There is the clear command, but oh yeah, it does work. It says 100% contextless. It was 90, so it did clear the context. I think the most sure way to clear the context is to quit. And then I can also decide now to run Gemini Flash or Pro. And I think I want to run Gemini Flash until I get stuck with something stupid and then go to Pro instead. Because this much more requests available, like 250 instead of 100 or something like that. And it will use also less other resources. Deploy done, backend and front end. Time to test, time to test. And let's do immediately the test for this. There was a problem to Yahoo. Oh, oh, that worked. Ooh. Okay, it doesn't know what priority, but it's understandable because it's like a list email. And there is this ads for Yahoo, and it doesn't matter. And it looks good. I don't have the unsubscribe here, which I should, but I know that they display it a bit randomly, and this works. So let's test as well the tester one. Let's go. Let's go. It should be exactly the same. hope I don't get banned from Yahoo because I just tested too much. Nice. I got it. Yes, it went in priority email. Ooh, there is also AI summary. Okay. Maybe I should use the AI summary myself rather than the blah 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 I wrote. Anyway, that's good. So that works. So let's test as well. Delete my data things. We now go as well to actually delete the data. But this is big, man. So this should have sent a Gmail email. No, not yet because I didn't request deletion. When I click the request deletion, it should send a Gmail email. Got it. Oh, that's bad. So let's see the original message. Copy to clipboard. Nice. And let's ask this to Claude. I sent an email message with resend to my Gmail account, and while while it was not marked as spam, it was listed as suspicious, and images were not displayed. Here is the raw source. Can you tell me why? Yeah, so I'm not sure how to do that. How can I put, I think this is the main one, even if it's the five. I have something I can do. Can I call my Firebase cloud function on my custom domain? Don't know if it's clear enough, the question. Hmm. a custom domain, multiple hosting targets. Uh, yeah, that is okay. API. How do I do that? Firebase hosting. I cannot. Alternative. Alternative. This is totally alternative. Okay. Deploy the API hosting config using the Firebase CLI. Oh. All right. I will go on. I have to go. I will go on later. But the good news is, let's cancel deletion before I forgot. I forget and lose all my data. The good news is that we are getting there, and I think the second email I got, oh, I have to do back. Now I just got another email for canceling deletion. Now it's not suspicious anymore because I said to show the images in the previous one. So I guess maybe we don't have an issue. So if I go back to my uh, this, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Maybe I can look into this, but I think today gonna get a very good session. We'll go on after lunch. I stop now, and now it's almost 4 p.m. So it's time to have a lunch.